It's time for Down Home in the Tri-States with your host, Ron Jones.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I bet y'all don't know what this thing is, do most of you? I bet most of you don't know. I don't know what you call it. I think I know what you do with it, but if y'all know, write me and let me know, okay? So I can share it with everybody, especially these younger people. How y'all doing this morning? Glad to have you with us. Down home in the Tri-States, Liz Taunton. Next time you go up to Main Street Market, there's a thing up there for you, okay? It's got your name on it. Just tell them you're there. Your name's Liz Taunton, and you want to pick. Ron left you a package up there. James and Dorothy Haney won some gifts, and Dorothy won the clock, and James won. What did he win? Oh, he won, I think, the dog food, yeah, 50-pound bag of old Jack dog food from Main Street Market. He called me, said he was up there to pick up his dog food and his clock. And before I could explain to him where I might have messed up, I was mailing the clock to his wife Dorothy, and then he had won on another thing because I had put these both in there, So I drew his name for the dog food, and then when I drew this up, it was for James and Dorothy Haney. And I just didn't put the two pieces together, but he called and he said, before I could tell him that I was mailing it, and I hadn't mailed it, he said, tell you what, he said, why don't you just donate that to that lady that wanted that clock so bad? I said, well, James, boy, that's nice of you. So James and Dorothy Haney, they live at Panama City, and Liz, they're donating this clock to you. Also, Mike Ross, I talked to Mike. He sent me a letter. He's got an old backhoe and front end loader built in the 60s. He got some hydraulics issues with it, and I hope it's taken care of. But I told him I'd call somebody. I said, I don't know much about it, but I think I can get a hold of somebody that does. He said, well, I thought so, since you have them tractors on your show sometimes. So anyway, so I called Steve Hurst. I talked with Steve a while. He said he might be better to call Jerry Mitchell. Jerry's the one that got that old tractor. He's always up there, and he had if y'all ever saw it, he boiled an egg in the radiator thing on that tractor there. But anyway, so I called Jerry Mitchell, and Jerry's a good old boy. I tell you what, we're going to go by there and see Mike Ross and see if he could help him out with this thing. So I should certainly appreciate it. And Mike, I hope you got it taken care of. You can call me and let me know, or write me or something. And Jerry, I certainly do appreciate it for you taking the time out of your busy schedule to go by there and Chipley, that's where Mike lives, and do that. Also, when I went to shoot the footage at the frozen food pickup, vegetable, and at the Main Street Market, boy, I met a whole lot of nice new viewers and friends and everything. They had a good sale up there, and we'll be telling y'all about the next one that's going to come up too. But anyway, they told me there was a package in there for one of my viewers, so they went in there and got it and came back and said, Ron, this is to stand your tablet on. It's your tablet, your iPad. I'm going to give me an iPad now because I don't have one, but this was made by Sim Taunton. That's Liz's husband. This thing's got a special lean to it, so when it sits like that and holds your tablet. Huh? Now, Sim, I appreciate that, man. I'm going to have to might go spend some money to get me a tablet now, because I don't think my computer will fit on that thing. Anyway, also Liz left me some mild pepper jelly she put up, and she left me some, I guess this is fig. Yeah, it's fig. Liz, you wrote this with a erasable magic marker, and some of it's gone, but I think it's probably fig preserves, and then a jar of whole figs, I believe it is, and maybe they both, I can't tell. This one ain't hardly got no writing on it, but anyway, I'm going to make good use of them, and I certainly appreciate that, Liz and the Sim Taunton. They have been watching this show for a long time, and I hope you enjoy that clock. I tell you, when I took it, the thing's been sitting up a while, and it sat on the shelf here for long, years and years. So I couldn't get it to, the thing's turning off. I couldn't get it to click, 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 tick, tick. Maybe Sam can take that thing apart and see what's wrong with it. Sounded like something was rattling on the inside, but anyway. Eric Toole sent me a picture of this car. Want to know if I put it on, it's the information is on the screen there. So if y'all interested in this, y'all give Eric a call, okay? And I've seen this car. Seems like a pretty good car. He said it runs good, really good. So anyway, y'all give over Eric Toole a call, and if you're interested in that, and let him know where you at, so they can come see it. If you won something and you ain't got it yet, and I hadn't called just because I didn't have a number. Next time we have a drawing, then, so you might want to send some more entries in and make sure your phone number's on it so I can call you. Otherwise, you got to wait a whole week. So anyway, there was several that I couldn't get a hold of. I think those are taken care of. But Teresa Downs, Teresa, if you watching, you won that knife that I gave away, and that is at Main Street Market. If you hadn't picked it up, go pick it up, okay? Next time you enter, or like I say, go ahead and enter again now, because we're going to have another drawing pretty soon. Put your phone number on there. Anyway, that's at Main Street Market. Go by there and pick it up, okay? Got an email from Ron McCammon. He's going to be having back surgery next week. So y'all, next couple of weeks, I think. So y'all keep Ron and Pat and Scotty, that's your son, and keep them in your prayers and everything, Ron. We hope everything turns out well. And he just had eye surgery, and boy, it's heck to get old, ain't it? I tell you what, but as long as we can, I always say, as long as we can wake up and get up and stand up and get out of bed, we've accomplished a whole lot, okay? So we just thank the Lord that we can do that every day. Boy, I got a lot of comments on that, mounting that lobster. That's interesting, you know. All that taxidermy stuff he's got is interesting, and I'm gonna run some more. If y'all like it, let me know, okay? Because I try to run some of the more interesting stuff, and some of it just plain stuff like mounting a brim or a crappie or something like that. You know, anyway. Also, take a look at this. It says FWC approves new saltwater fishing records. Five new saltwater fishing records were approved in the past year, including a 826-pound, 8-ounce bluefin tuna caught by Rick Whitley off Destin. Wouldn't you love to have all them steaks out of that big old thing right there? You'd have tuna for the rest of your life. They caught it along with Captain Joey Burbeck and the mates of the boat, Dennis Bennett and Josh Goodson of the vessel. That's the mates of the vessel You Never Know. Whitley's, I believe that's out of Destin. The boat is, I believe. Whitley's impressive catch took the vacant bluefin tuna state record slot, filling the final vacancy in the conventional tackle category. And there was a whole lot of others. So y'all can go to myfwc.com and look around on there, and you can find the rest of those records. There was a whole bunch more of them that made records. Some of them just like 2-pound fish and all. But you got to go see, if you're interested in that, go to myfwc.com and look around for the state records and things like that. So that was I enjoyed reading. It's too long for me to read. Also, folks, talked to Water Dan. He still hasn't had any luck on finding his truck. And if y'all see this thing, it's a 2007 Silverado. It's got a black toolbox, or it did have on it. Hopefully it's still on there with his tools and everything. But some low life, nothing for good, no good, lifeless, stupid, ignorant person stole his truck he makes a living with. He had just bought that truck and was going to use it while he fixed his others. We told you about that, and then give it to his son. His son's learning to drive, and he said he had just come back the other day when I talked to him from teaching his son to drive, because he's going to go get his license. He said he's doing pretty good, okay? But that's a shame, you know, that's a shame. It's, if y'all know this person and you don't want to say anything, please say something. Nobody's going to ever know who you are, okay? Never. And if you know in your heart that it was wrong for him to do that, which it was anyway, but if you feel in your heart, you know, you need to tell somebody, you can give me a call. My number's right there. Give me a call, and I promise, or write me an anonymous letter, okay? You ain't got to post, you ain't got to put your name on it or anything. You can wear gloves if you want to when you put the stamp all in, so there won't be no fingerprints. So I'm not going to tell anybody. Just write me a letter, send it to that address, and say you know where the truck is or was, or you know who might have gotten it. And folks, I would appreciate that so much, and nobody will ever know who you are. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I ask you to do that if you know. Okay, if you know. Let's see. 12 hours, no caffeine. 6 hours, no food, nicotine. That's something I wrote on. I had a PET scan the other day, and I couldn't have any caffeine. I couldn't have any coffee for 12 hours. And my PET scan was at like 12 o'clock at noon, lunchtime. So you can imagine, boy, when I got up, I got up about 6 anyway. I think I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink anything except for water. And that was one miserable day. I went and almost killed myself after the PET scan eating, okay, because I was so hungry. I think that's it. If I miss something, I am absolutely sorry, folks. Y'all watch this. We'll be back in just a minute with the rest of, not the rest, but part 2. And I know we're going to have some more, because this is a timely, lengthy thing, when, especially mounting this lobster, because you got to be real careful with it. But I'll tell you, you'll be, like a lot of people responded and said they really enjoyed that. So you'll be amazed at the final product of that lobster. Okay. COYT's good. He's good. He's been doing 45 years almost. He's been doing taxidermy, and man's good. Good friend of mine. Now watch this.
They say a dog's a man's best friend. I think there's other things. Like my rhino boat. I expect exceptional performance when I'm on the water. I gotta feel safe. I gotta know I'm gonna get in and out of those close hot spots where the fishing's best. I wanna know I got a reliable motor. My buddies at Joe's Motor Service have done me right for many years. That old-fashioned way's what I like, and they stay on top of things. God bless America, my family, my dogs, my goats, and my boats. Thank you, Joe's. People that have never been to Main Street Market, they ask me, what exactly is Main Street Market? I say, well, it's an opportunity to help support local and state farmers. You know, people appreciate freshness. Sometimes farmers just like to meet at Main Street Market and talk about local crops and ways to improve. When you see kids shopping with their parents and grandparents and picking out vegetables that they want, it kind of makes you feel good. And old Paul Davison says, when people come back and say, those were the best potatoes I've ever had, he says, there's a kind of a special feeling in your heart. Developing a special relationship with your customers is what it's all about, Paul says. Visit Main Street Market and fall in love with the freshest and best tasting vegetables, local milk, the largest selection of fresh Amish products in the Amish room. You gotta see that. Main Street Market. Now, it's not just a corner market. It's hometown people just like yourself. It's on the corner of Highway 77 and 90 in Chipley, Florida. A longtime supporter of this show. Tell them old Ron sent you. When I'm in need of septic tank service or installation, I use only the pros. I know that I can depend on A1 Septic Tank Service. If you need fast, reliable service, A1 Septic Tank Services will travel within a 100-mile radius. Listen, these folks know the business. They know what they're doing. They have the proper training and schooling. And if you're in need of a new septic system, give them a call. Or if you need repairs to a current system, give them a call. A1 is the one for trustworthy services. Anthony and Christy are hometown folks ready to serve you and treat you right. Give them a call today for more information. I use and I recommend A1 Septic Tank Services.
What with the main thing I do with it is when I work on alligator heads, there's some structure that kind of like this that it's a unique way you mount an alligator head. It doesn't skin out. The skin actually grows to the bone structure, and you kind of clean it, but then you have to soak the head. I mounted a whole alligator the first one I ever did one time, and I submerged the whole skin and everything in denatured alcohol. I took it out the next day, and it literally drew that skin up to where whenever, it was kind of in a circle in the big container, and whenever you stretch it out, it would just draw it right back up again. I was able to relax it. It took about 2 weeks. But anyway, denatured alcohol will draw the moisture out of something. While this is soaking, we can be working on a couple of things. Let me show you kind of how to fix a little plug like that. That's just some foam off of a deer form. That Just any kind of foam will work. Just cut it down flush. With your hole there. And then this is the magic sculpt I was telling you about. You know, this stuff comes in different colors. I usually use a natural bone color, but I'm out of it. This has just got some brown pigment in it. We're like finishing around deer eyes. It's exactly the same stuff. It's just a darker color, which doesn't matter. I'd rather have that bone color to put over it. Like I said, this is going to be up against a panel anyway. This underside is not going to show. But I just wanted to go and show you how to do this. You need to know how to use magic sculpt and taxidermy work. I promise you'll have a lot of occasions to use this material. But you just knead it together until you get a neutral color. Just put it over there and get you a little bit of water. You may have to do this twice. Sometimes you have to do it and let it dry and then come back. But anyway, you can just put that magic sculpt over any kind of hole and just work it down with water until you get it just feather all your edges all the way around it perfectly smooth. And then when it dries, you can sand it real well. And then just paint over it, and it's some good stuff for doing repair work. We got a lobster out of our alcohol bath. It's pretty well dried out now. I really did a little too much work in this area here on this side structures here. He's coming apart a little bit, which is fine. I can show you how to fix that. I'm gonna just hot glue a wire. See how far I can get it down in there first. Yeah, I can get that pretty far down in there. Let me just let you kind of watch me here as I go. I'm gonna go and put some glue. It's hard to get that glue to go down in there as much as I want it to, so I'm gonna just put a little hot glue on this wire, and then I'm gonna stick it down in this leg. See, I got that thing all the way about right there.
King's Discount Drugs and King's Outdoors in Chipley, Florida has been the leader in Northwest Florida for well over 45 years, offering fast, reliable, and friendly service. All of the knowledgeable folks at King's can assist you with your needs. From pharmaceutical, great gift ideas, and outdoor equipment, King's remains the top choice in our area. Did you know that King's Outdoors offers one of the largest selections of soft baits you're going to find in this area, from crankbaits, fresh and saltwater fishing supplies, and the popular Bitsy minnow, to all of the name brand rods and reels, including Red Holland poles. It's all at King's in Chipley, Florida. Look for the red canopy and tell them Ron sent you. We really would appreciate it. Who's got it?
Surplus and Salvage of Chipley.
Doors, windows, carpet, vinyl, tile, vinyl plank, laminate. Who's got it?
Surplus and Salvage of Chipley.
Tubs, showers, vanities, toilets, paneling, plumbing, hardware, cabinets, countertops. Who's got it?
Surplus and Salvage of Chipley.
Air conditioners. Hey, that's cool. Metal roofing. Save on over 16 colors. Roll-up doors. The most popular barn kit, 24 by 36. Big savings, only $21.99. The people's choice for over 45 years.
Surplus and Salvage of Chipley.
Come see 'em. Dow, Tabitha, and Annabelle Morris at Easy Care Tree Service invite you to call for a free tree inspection. If you have trees, especially large trees, next to your home, a free tree inspection is something you need to take advantage of. Dow and Tabitha say too many devastating home situations, like trees falling and smashing your roof, can be prevented.
Easy Care Tree Service can inspect your trees and give you advice as to the possible damage your trees could cause. Call now before the hurricane and strong wind season comes. Be safe, not sorry. Call Easy Care today.
I'm going to leave that wire for right now. I don't know how long I want it. I know I want it. Well, let me just leave it because I really need to get some structure to this body. I may can do it with that wire right there. Sometimes that'll snap back in place real well. Sometimes it doesn't fit as well. That's about as good as that's going to fit. Put you a few drops of instant glue on it. That claw right where you want to leave it gapped open about like that. Let that set up for a second. Just leave both gapped open just a tad. These claws are still a little bit damp. I may have to wait and let them set for another hour to get all that moisture out of it before this glue will really set up tight. I don't know. Let me try it and see. Yeah, it's not wanting to set good. It's just still got a little dampness to it. Okay, let me let that set for a minute. And when that dries hard, then we'll come back and put the claws on. Okay. I'm gonna put this right claw back on. It's got little hinges where it originally was on there. They worked halfway good putting it back together. I'm gonna just, I know I can't really show it to you here, but I'm gonna just slide this into that hinge area. Put a drop or two of glue on each side of it. Okay, I'm gonna put a little hot glue on this wire, on this claw. If I can get it where you can see it here. I just want to start stabilizing this body a little bit. I want to get that wire kind of stabilized in there. And then I'm gonna let some of this hot glue run down into every leg a little bit if I can. This thing, when it dries, it'll get real brittle. I've got holes that we made going to each leg. Just if I can show you that. Going right down there, there's a hole that goes, and that's all I'm fixing to do now. I'm just going to put hot glue down each one of these holes, and hopefully it'll run down right down into that area, right in there. And that way, you know, just kind of help stabilize, because that will be a little brittle point right there when that dries. And you never want a mount to come back if you can avoid it. You know, sometimes you warn your customers, you try to tell them to hang it up and put it where, you know, nobody can touch it. But then again, you never know really what they'll end up doing with it. We'll end up pinning these legs in place before we leave it to dry. Okay, while that's drying, a couple more things we got to get ready here. I just cut me a little block of foam out. And we just need some way to fasten, you know, this body up into this body cavity here. I moved it out of the way, didn't I? Needed some way to fasten, hold this up into my body cavity. So I'm gonna just stick a piece of foam in here. I think that'll work just fine. Oh, before I put this on, I almost forgot. This gets real brittle too, these antennas, and people like to mess with them. So I can run this wire probably about 2 inches down there, and this is where it's going to break if it breaks anyway, right there at that joint. I'm going to push it down in there. Okay, I know it'll go. So I'm going to put a little glue on that wire before I stick it up in there, just not much. And I'm not putting this glue on here to make the wire stay in there. I'm putting it on there to build up some glue at that, where that antenna comes out of the, right in this area. That's where I want a little glue buildup. That did just right. Okay.
Dennis Creamer has been in the shoe business repairing shoes for a long time. He started work after Reverend W.C. Clarence Wyndham opened for business in 1959 in Mariana.
Mr. Wyndham was the original owner of the shoe shop and sold out to me in 1984. Mr. Wyndham has passed on. He was my mentor and one that trained me. Everything like a daddy.
Worn heel, hole in your shoe, but you love your shoe. Dennis can save you a lot of money. Renew it at Wyndham's. Check out the new line of Justin Chippewa and Double H boots, American made. Wyndham Shoe Shop across from the gazebo on Lafayette Street in Mariana, Florida. You can also enter on Market Street in the rear. Go see them. Wyndham's, good Christian folks you can trust. Check out the new Cayman Hide boots by Dan Post, Cowboy certified. Also a huge selection of boots, $59.99 or 2 pair for $100.
I'll tell you what, y'all come on down and see Dennis, and he'll tell you all about it.
That's right.
He'll send you home with some shoes, I
We'll
guarantee
put some
you.
shoes on their feet.
Thank you, Dennis.
Have you got water problems? Pump won't pump? Do you need answers and solutions, but you don't want the runaround and you want someone honest? Well, have no fear, folks. Do what I did. Call the man, Water Dan. Dan Dubose will take care of your problem.
Hello, folks. This is Water Dan. I work on submersible pumps, jet pumps, do repairs and upgrades, anything to do with an existing water well. I would appreciate it if you call.
Call the man, Water Dan. He'll take care of your water problems. 850-535-9308. 535-9308. Folks, you know why people from Washington, Jackson, Holmes, Bay County, you know why they call Water Dan? Because Dan Dubose knows what he's doing.
It's not always bad news. Sometimes it's just a pressure switch or a start capacitor. I'm here to help. Stay right pumps, stainless pumps. They'll warranty that pump for 5 years against corrosion, abrasion, or lightning. I stand behind that warranty as far as honoring the pump. 90% of the time, it's something above ground. Okay, I'll be glad to answer the questions over the telephone.
Y'all give him a call.
Okay, we're ready to slip the top back over now. This is always a little tedious work here, because I'm going to have to kind of spread this with my hands, because this is pretty narrow right here. This is wider than this is right here, so you got to kind of spring it. You don't want to crack this, so let's just take our time here and see how we want to do this.